Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Arrow here. We're back with another video, and today we're going to be going over some easy ways to get fast trophies in the Angels vs Demons season in Brawl Stars. So, without further ado, let's get into it. This first strategy revolves around Amber, Carl, and Melody in Heist. Now this comp really relies on just dealing more damage to the enemy safe before they can even get to your safe, right? Amber's just pumping out damage with the fire, Melody's charging up her super so she can get on safe, and Carl's spamming those flaming gadgets, dealing damage over time. Now, it's often important to know which type of brawlers you need to defend against and which ones you don't. And in this situation, I don't actually need to worry about the Chuck because he's good at dealing damage over long periods of time, while our comp is just all about dealing a lot of damage at once, right? And as you can see, I just left the Chuck alone, kept going for the safe, my Melody was hitting the safe, and we won that first game. Now, if you perfect this strategy, you can get games really fast in like less than a minute, and even some that are like 20 seconds, like in this next game. Now I know what you may be thinking. That strategy, like, it still takes some skill, you know? You have to be good, you have to not die, you have to get to the safe. Well, alright, here's an easier one for you. We have the one, the only, Kit Daryl. Now I don't think I could make a video about getting fast trophies without mentioning these two. They're kind of like the dynamic duo of Knockout right now, you know, the Bonnie and Clyde, the peanut butter and jelly if you will. And the best part about them is they really don't take a whole lot of skill, which means anybody can do it to get fast trophies, right? The main part of the strategy is, get this, you gotta sit in a bush. You just sit in a bush until your super gets charged, passively, right? And then you wait for your Daryl super to get charged. And then once your Daryl super gets charged, you just jump on your Daryl, like this, and you go kill everybody. It's quite that simple. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of counters. There are a couple counters to this strategy. One, you don't want your Daryl to roll over water, okay? If he rolls over water, the kit's gonna fall off, and then you're both gonna die, and then you're gonna get thumbs down by the other team, right? And another counter to this strategy is if you get like gene pulled into an RT super or something like that, you can actually just die even while you're on top of the Daryl, but mostly you can just run over every team like in this game here. I think it still is important to mention that there is some other counters to this. One is Cordelius, right? In this game, Cordelius can Shadow Realm the Daryl, and that kind of separates the Kit and the Daryl, making you very vulnerable, right? Also, they have a Grom in this game. If you get pushed back really early by a thrower, you can die and lose that first round, so it's very important to try not to allow yourself to get pushed back too far. And so in this game, I actually try to put some aggression on to keep them back while my Daryl's charging his super, but then I have to jump back on him, right? So this is when we have to worry about the Cordelius getting his supercharge, right? Right here, I think he Shadow Realms my Daryl. And now we're just kind of in a 2v2 situation. And if he was a really good Cordelius, he could actually potentially kill our Daryl here. But we do manage to pick him off. I jump on this guy but end up going down and leaving my teammates in a 2v2, but they are able to clutch up when we go to the next round. I'm gonna be honest, this last round is not really that exciting. We kind of get our supers and we just stomp over them again. So I'm gonna do that shameless YouTuber thing and ask you to please like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. You know, I'm a small creator. I'm trying to get started out here, trying to get people to notice me. And these videos take a long time to make and edit because I'm learning. And so if you guys like, subscribe, drop a comment. Tell me what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, how you think I can improve. I'm always trying to get better. I'm always open to your suggestions, so please let me know what you think, and we'll get on to the next strategy now. 5v5. Alright, you either love it or you hate it, but one thing is for certain, it is free easy trophies if you know what you're doing. So I'm going to try to teach you guys how to get trophies fast in 5v5s. Now, when I'm talking about 5v5 Brawl Ball, I have to start by talking about team composition. I feel like so many players just kind of pick their favorite brawlers and hop into a game and hope they're going to win, right? And while that may work some of the time, most of the time you're going to need a good team composition to win games consistently and to win them fast. So, what I've done is I've split the brawlers into 3 different categories. You have long range brawlers, mid-control brawlers, and dynamic brawlers. And my suggestion would be to have 2, 1, and 2. Now, most people know what a long range brawler is, right? General snipers in the game. Some of the best in 5v5 Brawl Ball are probably going to be Mandy, Piper, and Belle, something like that, right? You're going to want 2 of those on your team. There are others as well that you can pick. Byron is also really great, and I'll put them up on the screen, right? This is going to just help keep back the enemies and especially their snipers, right? Then I would suggest having 1 mid-control brawler, at least 1. I would say probably the best is going to be Max, right? Max has got that mid-range, but then he's also got that super that is going to speed up your team, let you get those goals a lot faster. You also have good options like Meg, who can bully opponents out with her large HP pool. You also have somebody like Otis, who's kind of like an assassin counter, right? Tara is really good at getting team wipes and stuff. So there's some good mid-control brawlers there as well. I'll throw some up on screen. And then finally though, the dynamic brawlers. These are probably the most important brawlers to make sure you have on your team, as these are brawlers that are going to have some sort of movement capabilities that are going to allow them to score potentially on their own without much team interaction. Some of the best brawlers, probably the best one for this, is Melody, because of her 3 dashes. Then we got Carl, we got Fang, we got Daryl, Buzz, even Mortis and Kenji can fall into this category as well. I'll throw a bunch of them on screen, but this is the first thing you got to think about whenever you're drafting your team for 5v5s. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the gameplay here. So as you can see, my team does have that formula we were just talking about: 2 long range, 1 mid control, and 2 dynamic brawlers. I am on Carl, one of the dynamic brawlers, so what I'm going to be looking to do is getting that ball and using my gadget to pass to myself and score. This is kind of Carl's bread and butter when he's not chipping away at the enemies, right? So the rest of my team is going to be just trying to keep them back, trying to give ourselves ball control and good map control as well. Now this game's a bit of an outlier, and they actually just let me do this twice on them, but let me be clear and say that this probably won't happen most of the time. A lot of the times if you score on them early like that, they'll rotate more people to defend top early, and then it's a great time you can actually rotate bottom and try to get a quick goal there. And with that, you guys now know 3 new ways to get trophies fast in Brawl Stars this season. As always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, tell me what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you later.